Hey guys! Hey guys, it's Chelsea right here, and welcome back to my channel, a place where I give young adults and college students tips and tricks on how to find their passion, build their brand, and get that bread. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about 5 things I wish I knew before starting college. So yes, this is a freshman advice, freshman tips type of video for my class of 2024 and beyond. I hope you enjoy, and let's get right into the video. Starting college, I was, the typical bright-eyed and bushy-tailed freshman, wanting to do everything, wanted to be in everything. And I was used to having my classes at 8 from 8 a.m. to like 4 p.m. in the afternoon, coming from high school, and that's what I thought I could do with college. But I learned really quickly in my first semester of college that morning classes are not my friend. Morning classes are not your friend. That's the first thing. So unless you're a very bright morning person and you already are preppy and just happy in the morning, I would not suggest taking morning classes. Or the reason why morning classes didn't work out for me was because I liked doing other things in the morning, and I just ended up feeling really rushed. And then when it came to the end of the semester and I was tired all the time because I was staying up late, studying and doing everything else about school at night, I could not wake up for my classes. So I ended up being late for classes, and then when I was late, I got points deducted. So that didn't work, especially at the end of my school semester, because I was just tired and I could not. My advice to you, freshmen, do not choose morning classes, especially for every day. Maybe you can have 1 or 2 morning classes, but don't have morning classes or 8 a.m.s at like from Monday to Friday. Like, who wants to do that? So if you can, do not take morning classes all throughout your freshman year. Morning classes are not your friend. The next thing I wish I knew before college was that, I'm really in control of my own life. Hear me out. I know you hear it and you're like, yeah, you're in charge of your life. You don't have mom or dad and your parents are around you to tell you what to do when you are in college. But in that freshman term, in that first year, baby girl, baby boy, it hits, and it hits differently. So that's what really happened to me. And I would say I'm a very productive and proactive person, but it was really hard for me to adjust because when I was just sitting around, I felt like kind of anxious, and I felt like, I needed to be doing something even when I didn't. So that's one piece of advice I wish I knew, that you're really in control of your own life and you have to trust yourself to make your own decisions, whether they're good or bad, and you have to deal with the impacts and the consequences of those decisions too. So yeah, you have to take initiative, you have to be proactive. Nobody's gonna tell you to shower or bathe, nobody's gonna tell you to brush your teeth or wash your clothes. Like, your mom's not there to do your laundry anymore, nobody's cooking dinner, nobody's telling you eat your vegetables or your fruits. Like, you have to do this all by yourself. And I don't think I had like a taste of that before college, so it was very interesting. And now I love it, of course, because I'm a grown woman, what I mean. I'm a rising junior in college, but as a freshman, it was just like new to me, and it did take some getting used to. But don't be alarmed, just remember your values and your goals. You're your own boss, you are in control of your own life, and you have to be proactive. The third thing that I wish I was more cognizant of before like starting college was realizing that I don't have to have a huge friend group, a plethora of friends or acquaintances in college to have a good circle and a good support system. I kind of was used to that at high school because I feel like I was surrounded by a lot of people who thought like me, and we kind of saw eye to eye. Culturally, we were all Jamaicans, so that was something I could relate to more. But coming to college abroad, I figured that I didn't relate to as many people as much. And because I didn't have like as a wider friend group, I kind of felt kind of like, oh, what's wrong with me? But I do have friends, and I did have friends, but it was just not as large as a friend group as I was used to. And my advice to you freshmen would be quality over quantity. Not because you don't have like a huge friend group means that there's something wrong with you or that your friends aren't like enough. You want to have a solid group of people who supports you and really is down for you, and whose goals align with the goals that you have and what you want to achieve in life, rather than having 15 other friends who you don't see eye to eye with. So not having a large friend group is fine. You will be okay. The fourth thing I wish I knew or remembered at times, especially when I was sad and crying, was that I have friends and family back at home who love and support me. And not because we don't speak every day means that they don't love me and support me. So a little bit about me. I am Jamaican. I'm a Jamaican studying in the United States. So that means most of my family, if not all of my immediate family, is at home in Jamaica. And most of my friends from high school are back home in Jamaica, or not around me in my immediate circle. And at first, we weren't talking as much, and I kind of felt like they either like didn't like me, or we weren't as close, or because I didn't have enough time to be talking to them as much, that they were going to be like upset with me or something. And I learned pretty quickly that time is just like probably non-existent when it comes to real relationships and real friendships, because most of the friendships I still have back home. My family were great, and they understand that it took me some time to get adjusted to the new environment, and we don't have to talk every day to know that we still love each other and still support each other, and that's great. So you don't have to talk to your friends and family every single day for them to know that you love and support them, and vice versa. They don't have to talk to you every single day for you to know that they still love and support you. Just make sure that you guys keep in contact and you remember the important things, so like things they tell you that are happening in their lives, and birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, stuff like that. The important things, you want to show up for them and they will show up for you. And I really wish I remember that, because that would have saved me so much like anxiety and just sadness, because I was so sad. But now I know, and now you do too. The last thing, the fifth thing, I wish I knew and really took in when I was first coming to college and starting my college experience, was that everyone is on their own path. Everybody is on their own path. You and your best friend or your boyfriend or somebody else might be doing the same major, but everybody's still on their own path. Maybe the purpose that you have for your life isn't the same purpose your friend has for their life, and that's okay. People grow and people change, so don't expect everything to look the same, and don't expect everything to be the same or just exactly as you have planned it, because sorry to say, baby girl, life doesn't work that way. Life does not work that way. For example, I came into college studying chemical engineering. Yes, I was studying chemical engineering. I don't even like chemistry, and I was studying chemical. Yeah, so I switched my major freshman year, and I'm doing industrial engineering now, and it's something I like more. And that just goes to show that everybody's on their own path, and even though I had other friends who were doing that thing, it didn't feel right to me, and that's why I didn't do it. So everyone is on their own path. You're on your own path. Do what feels right to you and follow your intuition, because at the end of the day, it's gonna be your degree. No one is gonna take that exam for you. Nobody's going to have to answer to your action. You're going to have to answer to your own actions. So do what feels right to you and nobody else. You don't want to make decisions that you regret. So I try to live a life of no regrets, and I try to do actions that will not be like regrettable. Follow my gut, and I take risks, because you only live once, right? YOLO, what's this? YOLO. I would have taken a lot more risks, and I would have probably spoken to like a lot more people, but just like, you know, lived a lot more, I guess. But you know, no regrets. So that's something I want you guys, class of 2024 and beyond, to make sure that you chart your own path and do what feels right to you, and try to tune out as much as possible anybody else's judgments, opinions, words, anything. That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. These are things that I wish I knew my freshman year. It would have saved me a lot of like mental and emotional anguish, I think, or anxiety. I really wish I knew them, and that's why I'm sharing it with you guys. So like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more college videos and tips and tricks and all of that, and I will see you in my next video.